Mark, say morning to the audience.
Morning. morning.
This is Mark. Mark's a legend.
Here you get me.
From up north.
John Snare.
Darren's from up north as well.
How are you? Onion on you.
You drawing? No. How are you? What you got?
16.
16. What have we got to do to queue up?
Right.
Oh, fair enough. I thought they were drawing for me. What you got, Paz? Happy with it?
No, rubbish.
Not happy with Peg? I better get in the back of the queue, I suppose. Morning, Alex.
Morning, you right?
How you doing? What was in your section, Alex?
What's that?
What was in your section?
You got one. You necked one like that.
Yeah, I think it will be,
Oh,
mate.
that's one. You necked it. Oh, necked it. Oh,
Look on my video. Look at my video.
Can do.
You happy with your draw? Well, you ain't drawn
I
yet,
ain't
have
drawn
you?
yet, so
Happy with rotation?
it's the hardest one, but
Yeah. Fancy it?
be a good week, won't it? Good fishing, hopefully.
Fingers crossed,
Fingers
mate.
crossed. for
Fingers
us.
crossed.
Yeah.
I always draw with the superstars. I've got Magic as well, look. Magic Turner.
The bill's still in down. It comes out with the breakfast.
The only peg with the common.
Cyanide street lookings. Oh, don't talk me out of the cab.
A few unhappy faces. All the legends are here as well.
It's absolutely.
This is Matt Dawes, YouTube superstar.
Oh, yeah.
Still asleep. Look at him.
Before you even stop speaking, if finished listening.
We didn't even listen to anyone.
These are the two guys to watch out for, these two here. And that little one there in the corner.
Yeah, all the good pegs are in there. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy.
Comes another good peg.
Oh, this is going to be a flyer, this one. 52? Alex Reynolds, 52. This is Tony.
Champion.
Hello, mate.
You alright?
26.
26. Cart peg.
Yeah? 26.
BenCoss.
27.
Say morning, Sharon.
15. Can't get 15.
Good morning. Welcome back to BenCossMatchFishing. You've just quickly seen a bit of the draw. So I'm at Westwood Lakes on the Wynfest 3-day festival. I've drawn rotation B, or rotation 2, which starts me on the first day here on Falcon. So I'm on Falcon on the first day. I'm on a split section tomorrow, which is Swallow and Hawk. And then the third day I'll end up on Skylark. So I've drawn peg 26 on Falcon. Let's talk about a little bit about my bait to start with. I've got 5 pints of maggots, which I'm planning on using shallow. Got a bit of corn, some expanders, some micros, and some hard pellets. Let's go through some of these rigs. This is down the edge. So we've got a 0.4 muddies, bulk just above the hook length, and that's literally for just down the edge to my left. Just down there. I've set up two dibbers and a 0.2 carbon float for fishing halfway through the water. Set up another 412s Malman, carbon Malman, carbon stem with a bulk and a dropper. That's for fishing over the top of the maggots down the middle. And then I've set up 2 tanks for a cross, both with bulk shot, one with a band. That's the tank there. That's the bulk shot just above the hook length. So I've got one with a band and I've got one with just a plain hook. So the match plan is, I've got a bit of depth here, just out for these reeds. I'm just going to throw some maggots there because it's very deep here in the edge. So I'm just going to throw some maggots here, just a throwaway line. I'm going to start with micros and expanders, just here down the edge. Where are we? So I've got maggots down the middle here. So I'm going to be fishing the bottom, and then I've got 3 shallow rigs. One really shallow, one sort of 18 inches, and then one about 2 foot. I've then set up hard pellets or micros and expanders across. So across, down the middle, edge, maggots out my hand. That's my plan, guys. So day one of the, as I said, of the Westwood Festival, Wynfest. I've got Stephen Parry to my left, just there. I've got Tony Winnick next to him. I've got Darren Acton to my right. Morning, Darren.
Morning, Ben. All right, lad.
Fancy it today, mate?
Yes, I think we'll have a few.
Good lad, good lad, good lad. It's good to be pegged next to you, mate.
Yeah, and have a great day. Banter.
That's it, mate. So what I'll do is I'll check in throughout the day and I'll let you know how it goes. Cheers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. A little update for you. The time is, well, 1 o'clock. So we've been going 2 hours. And I really ain't got a lot. I've tried down the edge. Not got bite. I've gone across. Got 2 little F1s across. Down the middle I've got 2 carp, 1 shallow, 1 on the deck, and a few F1s on the bottom, but really not easy. I'd be lucky if I got £10. Really hard. The whole section seems to be struggling. Really struggling. The only place I can really sort of get a bite at the moment is just down the middle. Just cupping in some maggots, double maggot on the hook. But, and then when I get a liner, I sort of try shallow. I had 1 before, but can't seem to get more than 1. A little bite there. Very difficult indeed. But it does seem that everyone in this section is really struggling. Not really a lot to report, as I said. Steve Parry's just hooked 1. He's winning the section easily. Decent one as well. What are you catching on, Steve? He's catching on Matabubu. Yes, you are. But yeah, it's been difficult, but it's lovely to be in the presence of royalty today. It really is. Just shame there's not a few more fish, but yeah, I'm getting a lesson to my left, definitely. The guru man is definitely giving me a lesson. But it ain't over yet. I've still got a few hours left, so fingers crossed. Things might change. I'll check in a bit later, let you know how it's going. Cheers. Little update for you. 1:30. Things ain't going too well, unfortunately. I'll be lucky if I've got £15, if I'm lucky. Not the best of starts to a festival, that's for sure. Steve Parry's still catching to my left, and Darren Marder, 2 pegs to my right, is catching carp. He's got reeds across the far bank there, and he's catching carp. But yeah, myself, Darren Acton to my right, and Tony in the corner, we're all really struggling. Get the odd fish, the odd F1, but literally I've tried down the edge, both sides, across, down the shelf, shallow, on the bottom, down the middle. Just can't catch. Just can't catch. It's very difficult. As I said, when you do get a fish, it's literally just out of the blue, just 1 fish. Yeah, not the best of starts to a festival at all. Not really much to report at all. Yeah, I'm just looking at motionless float at the moment. Steve Parry seems to want to plumb up now a bit closer towards me. as if there's fish here, but there's not. Do I have to replan and start again? I'm not sure. So I was getting the odd fish down the middle, but now I don't seem to get anything. I literally can't get a bite anywhere at the moment. Alright, hopefully it improves. Check again soon. Cheers, guys. Little update for you. We haven't got long on the match left, and to say it's been a struggle it's a bit of an understatement. I now can't get a bite in any part of the peg at all, not one bite. So, not being very good at all. Not good at all. I'm just trying to cross again for about the umpteenth time. Funny thing is, I can see the odd fish swirling over there, but I can't get them on the hook. I've tried hard pellet, expanders, maggots. I fouled up one on maggot a little while ago. I'm going to try an expander again. Everyone's really struggled. Something's obviously put them off feeding today, that's for sure. How long's left? How long's left? Still an hour and a half? Bloody hell. Hour and a half left. This pain. Let's see if recording brings a fish, shall we? Probably won't. I'd like to say I've done something wrong, but I don't think there's anything else I could have tried today. I really don't. I had a few bites down the middle earlier in the deepest part of the peg, but even there I can't get a bite now. I caught a couple of fish shallow on the same line, and that's been my best line. I've not caught one fish in the edge to my left at all. I've gone down the shelf to my right in about an extra sort of foot of water more, and had a sort of 3 F1s there. I've had one fish across, which was ages ago. The only thing I am getting across there is liners. It certainly ain't feeding. That's not going to go, is it?
Come on, Ben.
Would you like to weigh in now?
It's going to be hard to lift.
Oh, that's a good bag of net, isn't it?
Oh, really heavy.
Do you lift for that, Ben?
Aye.
Do you need a lift for that, Ben?
I probably do.
Well done, Ben. Well done, Ben.
Did you have any upbait?
I reckon he's...
Upbait?
I reckon he spent more. I reckon he spent more. Whatever he weighs, he spent more in weight in pellets. There's £18 here. Did you fish that bubble float?
I didn't, mate. Not tonight.
Oh, £12. You haven't, did you?
You had that?
Just for the cover.
Actually, you know your pound? I just think I dropped it in the lake.
I'm going to put it on the front. Doesn't mean you don't have to give them it. 7. 18 pounds.
Last section.
Well drawn.
You get out of camera. Last this section.
Last in the section.
Last in the section.
Right, so day one on Falcon. Really not good at all. It's not fished well at all. I've had 18 pound. I think I was second from last in the section. 45 pounds won the section, Stephen Parry. Then there was a 22, there was a 19, and I've had 18. And there was also a 15. So actually I was second from last, I think. Something like that. I'm either second from last or last. I suppose you've got to take the rough with the smooth. But yeah, literally everything I tried, I just couldn't catch today. I've gone down the edge, didn't have a bite. Not one bite down my edge to my left. To my right was quite deep. So I've gone down there and I've caught a few F1s. Down the middle I've caught a few F1s. Then they've disappeared. I had one shallow. Couldn't get another bite shallow at all. Across I've had one fish. Just a really hard day. I don't know whether it was the cold rain that sort of put them down or what. But yeah, I suppose you've got to take the rough with the smooth. I was going to not even bother with this video, but I thought, well, end of the day, you know, you guys want to see the ups and the downs. You know, if I went and caught £300 every time I uploaded, you'd probably be quite bored. But yeah, I've tried my best. I've really tried my best. But unfortunately only had £18. Better luck tomorrow. I'll upload the morning draw. Tomorrow we're on hawk and swallow as a split section. So fingers crossed for a few more fish. Obviously I can't come to win the festival now, but hopefully a bit of pride tomorrow and see how we get on. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheers. Day 2 Wynfest. Just walking up to the draw. See our fate for the day. Can't be worse than yesterday, I suppose. Say morning, Stu.
Hello.
How'd you get on yesterday, Stu?
£15.
Oh, well done, son.
Well
Not
done.
bad for your first day's match fishing.
No.
What about you, Gerald?
Yeah, all right, not bad.
Had a good day, didn't you?
£6.
What superstars we've got over here today, then? It's not even our section, is it?
No.
No. No. Morning, Kerry.
Morning, mate.
Morning. Nice, Stu.
All right, mate. You're ready to smash it.
You can be on my video, Stu.
Yeah, I'll be on your video, mate. I don't mind. You're a YouTube star.
What's
Once
the
you get loads of
What's your tip? What's your tip for today?
Rod and water.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And reel one in.
Watch.
Chuck it out and reel one in, yeah?
Yeah. I'll fucking smash it, mate.
No swearing on my videos, please, Stuart.
Can you bleep that out?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go then.
No swearing on my videos, Stu. What a beautiful complex we're at. This place is absolutely beautiful. Just walking past Skylark, up to Tony Winnick's lodge, which is where the draw will be taking place for day 2. What will be my fate for the day? Swallow or hawk? Both fished better than Falcon yesterday. Mr. Will Reynolds just passing Mr. Will Reynolds there. Here he is, the legend. Mr. Parry with his shorts on.
45 £9, section winner, Steve Pazza. I don't pass, awesome, Mr. £34 1, second in the section. Got some shit on your leg. Just can't say it. Darren Marder. You £39 dead, section winner. Jake Vidal. Well done. Second in the section with £33.8, Lewis Morris. Well done, Sam. Section winner with £74.10, Chris Weddle.
Hey, happy birthday, boy.
Happy birthday. Second in the section, close section, all guys. Second in the section with £67.2, Alex Reynolds. When you do the draw today, just give Sharon a bit of time so she don't get you on different lakes, or get you on osprey.
Morning, Pazza.
Morning, Ben.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Stop swearing.
Sorry.
Hey, that's what me, Roy.
Stop swearing.
Thank you.
You shout your name out, she won't remember all your names.
Well done. Well done, mate. Spot on.
What's he got?
Fuck, you know how to draw, don't you?
Get that bad peg, mate. Never sat on one. Oh dear.
Well, we'll see
Shout
what,
your names, because she won't remember them all.
see where Mr. Pazza draws today then. Morning, Dave.
What a day.
Oh, what a day.
No hawk.
Oh, what a day.
4 numbers, yeah?
Hello, mummy.
How are you, Mark?
I'm alright, mate.
Fancy it today?
Hopefully. I don't want to plumb my peg 300 times
We got
today.
Paz.
Go on, Ben.
Come on, come on, come on. 14 swallow.
It's up that far end, isn't it?
Not in the...
It's fair section.
Yeah. Okay. 14 swallow. Don't know. What you got? Oh, yeah? No, I suppose not. Good morning. Welcome back to BenCossMatchFishing. You join me today on peg 14. Peg 14 swallow. I actually drew this peg last year on the Wynfest Festival and I've done quite well. But it's certainly been fishing a lot harder than last year. Anyway, let's go through the plan for the day. I've got a nice margin here, which I'm going to feed with ground bait and maggots and pellets and bits and pieces, corn, worms. I'm going to try and catch some big carp down there. That's my big carp line. I've set up a short maggot line here, just out of my hand, just sort of top kit and one here. That'll be my sort of main line here, maggots, up and down, bottom and top. I've got pellets, I've got a pellet line here. I can't quite get to the island obviously, so bottom of the far shelf, I've put some pellets, and then I've got a method chuck over here if all else fails. I've got two sets of micros mixed up. I've got one fairly dry obviously for the method, and I've got one obviously for feeding on the pole and mixing with my ground bait. Got my maggots, got my corn, got my expanders, and I've got a few worms for down the edge for later. Big carp, fingers crossed. Right, so rig wise, got a pellet rig for the long line. That's a 4B12s Malman, that's a steel float. So I always use wire. I always use wire on the pellets. I've got two shallow rigs, RW dibbers. One about 8-inch, one about 16-inch. I've got a 0.2 carbon float for fishing through the water. That is a 4B12s Maggie, just a bulk and 2 droppers. That's obviously fishing for maggots just under my feet, sort of 4 metres. And then I've got a 4B12s a Malman carbon float, and that's again with a bulk and 2 droppers, and that's for fishing maggots. So maggots 5 metres, pellets 13-14 metres, ground bait and maggots down the edge, and a method chuck to the island. Anything can be better than yesterday. £18 yesterday. I think £46 come off this peg yesterday, so, and I had £100 off it last year, so let's see how it goes. I've got a fair idea. Hopefully it'll be a lot better result than yesterday. Stuart's just come over to say hi.
Hello.
How are you getting on, Stu?
Yeah, I'm all ready to go, mate. I'm proper set up.
Got your method rod ready up?
I've got both of them set up, ready to go.
Good lad.
Don't worry about that.
Well, it's your second match today, isn't it, that you've ever fished?
Indeed.
You're going to do well, mate.
I hope so.
You're going to do well. Well, I hope you all do well anyway. Hope you all do well. Well, I hope you all do a lot better than yesterday. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll check in throughout the day and let you know how it's going. Cheers, guys. Thought it was time for a really quick update. It's 1 o'clock. Match has been going 2 hours. Again, it's a struggle. Caught a few fish early, short. Then I've gone slightly longer, sort of 5 metres ish in that region, and I've had a few F1s, but it seems to have shut down. So I've chuck the method out and have a look at that. Not a bite on that. Trouble I've got today is I can't do a lot of filming because it's pouring with rain, unfortunately, so you're probably going to get water on the lens and it's going to look really bad. But I thought I'd give you a quick update just to see, let you know how things are going. I might have £20, maybe. 2 hours in, as I said. Really difficult again. So, as I said, it started off well, but it's not as good as I thought it would be on here. Last time I fished this peg, I was basically fishing the same line and I've come shallow and bang, bang, bang. But I've had a few skimmers as well, so I know that obviously when the skimmers are there, there ain't going to be many F1s. So yeah, not good so far, guys, unfortunately. Day 2 is going the same way as day 1 at the moment, unfortunately. So I'm getting liners again. But as I said, I've tried shallow, but don't seem to be able to catch there. Hopefully the rain will stop later, so I'll be able to do a bit more footage for you. But at the moment, there's water all over the lens and it ain't looking very good, so I'll check in again later and hopefully I'll be able to report some better fish. Speak soon. There's not a lot happening, unfortunately, guys. Today it's much like yesterday. Time is it? Time's getting on. 1:30. Still probably about the same. £18–20 if I'm lucky. I'm going to put a bit more grub in down the edge. See if I can catch a great big carp. That's my only hope at the moment. Really not good. Really not good. Caught them few fish early thinking I was going to have a good day, but unfortunately wasn't to be. I'm hoping and praying a few carp turn up down the edge. Get me out of jail, fingers crossed. Because at the moment, nothing is working. Time for a quick update. We haven't got miles of time left. I mean, we've got probably about 50 minutes left. I've hardly caught, I've caught a few F1s short, but that's pretty much it. I've just gone down the edge where I've been feeding all day. And then a carp, about 4 or 5 pound. And an F1, a couple of pound. And I've just fed it again. So hopefully they might have turned up down there. You never know. I might have a good end to the match. It's been tough, that's for sure. It's been really tough. I'd say Steve Parry opposite me is winning the section. And then you've got us 4 who are all struggling. So it could be between us 4 who comes second, but really not sure. I'd say probably Darren Acton's second, which is 2 pegs to my right. And then I'd say I'm probably, well, I don't know at the moment, but it's difficult to say. But yeah, as I said, I've caught 5 metres on maggots, F1s, and I've caught skimmers. So as soon as I kept getting skimmers, I've put a bit more gear in down the edge. I've gone down there and got a carp just now. So they might have turned up. A few fish might have turned up down there. Just fishing big worms, just cupping little pots of micros over the top. I bought them there with a few big pots of ground bait. Special G as normal. Mixed with a little bit of what's it called? I think it's like a heavy method mix, but I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, so hopefully some fish might have turned up down there. You never know. I'll record again if I hook a fish. Well, I'll let you know how the update goes soon. Cheers, guys. Another edge fish, but I don't think it's a carp. I think it's an F1 failed. Yeah, it's an F1. Nice F1 though. £3 probably. How long have we got left now? Let's have a look. 40 minutes left. Just going to keep trying with this edge. I've had 2 F1s and a carp down there. My other lines have gone completely dead now, so I'm just going to try and stick with this now. Just potting in micros. Fishing a big worm and yuck. Big piece of worm, should we say. So I've got my back to the camera. Hopefully, well, I keep saying hopefully, but I want a few big fish to turn up down there. There's no bite. There's one. Is it too little too late? That's the thing. Is it too little too late? I'm really not sure. F1 again. Good fish though. Right, we'll check in again soon. Cheers, guys. That one come off. God. I think that might have been foul looked. Well, there's one, there's more, hopefully. Let's have a look, shall we? Something's there because I'm getting liners, but what I want is a carp, not a bloody silly F1. Or to foul look something, I want to get a carp in the gob, a decent carp. Been a really difficult day today, that's for sure. When I had the first fish down the edge earlier on, I just thought they turned up. I've only caught a few, but it's the only place I can get a bite now, so I might as well just stick to it. Trouble is with this edge, it is actually quite deep for an edge. So that's probably, I am getting liners, and as I said, I have foul looked a couple, I've lost a few. So, it could do with being sort of 6-8 inches shallower than what it is. Still some fish turned up down there though.
No, you had £30 the first hour.
So official Ben weigh-in. Hello, mate.
Smile.
Why call you Johnny Smile?
Hey?
Why they call you
Because they reckon I sounded northern, don't they? It's £30 there. You talks. No.
I've got 3 fish if you having it.
I love when you bit of a brace, mate.
Did I swear then?
You did. I'm sorry. It's not like that, it's not edited actually. And pellet station I expect.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Hang on, do the rest of them.
Yeah, go on then, mate.
You're really sensitive.
Yeah. Have you got that? Look, he's laughing.
I haven't got it. I haven't.
I've got £30.
Ben?
What?
No.
What other way to it?
Yeah. 60.
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh, now it's gone through. I haven't gone through. I don't know.
I had a really quiet spell.
That was that.
Everybody had it.
Day 2 Wynfest. Peg 14 on swallow. Not the best of pegs, I don't think. I've ended up with £45. I've caught short on maggots to start with. Went off like a train this morning. Then it's just died. So I've gone down the edge late and caught a few fish, and then caught a few more short. Chucked a method across, didn't have a bite on it. But yeah, I've had £45. Nowhere in the section. I think I was 3rd or 4th in the section. No, 3rd in the section, I think I was. So yeah, and Stuart's had a good day. It's only his 2nd fishing match, and he's had £51. He's had a couple of big lumps, so he's done well. But yeah, day 2, proper struggle again. But yeah, not the festival I was hoping for, but I suppose you can't win them all. Keep tuning, or stay tuned for day 3. Cheers, guys. Morning, guys. Welcome back to BenCossMatchFishing. Well, say welcome back. You've been watching the whole time. It's day 3, 38 on Skylark. Last day. Try and get a bit of pride back. It's been a bit of a tough 3 days. It really has. Day 1 really struggled on Falcon. Yesterday, as you see, I struggled on, where was I yesterday? Swallow. £45 on Swallow. I think I was either 3rd or 4th in the section. £78 won the section round the other part. And today I'm on Skylark, on a part of Skylark which really hasn't been fishing too well. But obviously we'll give it a try, you know, that's all you can do. It literally is all you can do. Let's have a little talk about my plan for the day. If I can get this turned around. Back in a sec. Right, my plan for the day. Right, let's have a little think. So, we're going to fish across here, ground bait and maggots across here. I'm going to try my best to sort of stick to this as much as I can. The problem with this lake at the moment is you're foul looking a lot of fish, and people are finding that they're coming to the bait, but they're not being able to see the bait. They're clouding the bottom up so much, they're literally not being able to see your hook bait. So my plan basically is to toss pot ground bait here, and then literally just fish maggots over the top and just sit and wait for a fish. Similar to methods, to sort of set a trap, put some ground bait in and fish it and hold it. I'm here about 4 meters. I'm going to throw some maggots out of my hand. Here I've got a micro and expander line, which I don't think is going to work, but I'm going to put it in anyway and see how it goes. That's at the bottom of the shelf. And then I've got down the edge here, right tight into that little sort of cove just there, with micros and expanders. I've got maggots. I've got 2 pints of white maggots for fishing, as I said, across and out my hand short. I've got some expanders, 4 mils. I've got some micros, and I've mixed up some Special G gold and green for obviously across. I've got 2 kilos. I'm just going to toss pot it in every put. Every time I get a swell or a movement, I'm going to come back and I'm going to repot it again and just set the trap each time. I'm going to that's going to be my main goal today. Just set the trap, sit and wait. Set the trap, sit and wait. Let me show you my rigs. On here I've got 13 Dura Slip elastic. I've got a 0.4 tank, This takes very simply 6 number 8 shots. Across there I've got 16 inches of depth with a 16 SLWG. That's going to be fishing double maggots across, as I mentioned just now. Out of my hand, I've got a steel Malman slim float. Sorry, start that again. This is a carbon Malman for fishing maggots. That's set up with a bulk and 2 droppers. That's with an 18 SLWG, and that's also on 13 Duraslip. And that's for fishing maggots, out of my hand, short. Finally, grey hydro, 0.4 muddy, 6 number 8s, 020 mainline, 2 number 8 back shots, and that's for fishing just down the edge there. And then last but not least, a 13 metre line. This is my pellet float, 4x12s, Malman with a steel bottom. I always use a steel, or a wire should we say, for pellets, and carbon for maggots. I've got a spread bulk shot just above the hook length, set sort of 1 inch apart, and then a 18 SLWG hook, and that's for fishing bottom of the far shelf with pellets, micros and expanders. That's it guys, that's all I've got. I'm going to try and check in on the way home and give you sort of the results and the update for the weekend. Obviously I haven't come anywhere. At the moment I'm purely fishing for some pride today to see if I can actually come somewhere in my section. So I'm going to keep it super simple. As I said, I'm going to hopefully just ship across most of the day and see if I can snare a few fish. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed the upload. It's something very different to what I normally achieve and what I normally do. Something a bit of a variation for the channel. Westwood Lakes really has fished out of sorts the last few days. I think a mixture of bad weather and yeah, it's just a bit of cold wind, and I don't really know the reasons, but it's really has fished difficult. But as I said, you've got to be in it to win it, and I'll check in throughout the day and let you know how I go. Cheers guys. Thought it was time for a little update guys. The time is 1:10. Not going too great. Seems to be the story of the holiday. Got 2 F1s and a carp, that's it. I've just put some ground bait across, just big pot of ground bait across just to see if it will pull some fish over there. I had those free fish at the bottom of the shelf on expanders, just cupping in tiny amounts of micro, but I can't get another bite there now, just liners. I've come short again on maggots, tried that, nothing. I'm now having a little go down the edge just to see if anything's down there, but yeah, not good at all, unfortunately. Not good at all. Fishing very, very difficult. I knew it would be difficult, but didn't think it would be this difficult. But what can I say, eh? Just having a go right down tight down this edge here. Got about 12 inches of water just up the shelf. Got a little sort of cutting, like a little mud cutting. It's my first put in down there. Just got expander on. Just tapped in a few micros. Just see if something's there, basically. But yeah, that's your update, guys. What have I got? I don't know, £8 maybe, if I'm lucky. £7, if that. Still got time. What time is it? Still got 3 hours left, so hopefully we'll get an arrival at some point. Checking again soon. Cheers, guys. Little update for you. So I've come short on maggots. It's 1:30. I've come short on maggots. I've just had 2 F1s in 2 puts. Just throwing maggots, double maggot on the hook. Yeah, I had a couple of liners, and then I've had one, decent one, a couple of pound. And I've just had a small one just now. So hopefully they might have turned up. Or there might just be a stray few F1s there, I don't know. Just throwing a few maggots in. Just lifting the rig out, laying it back in again. Just double maggot on the hook, just throwing white maggots. In the 3 days I've been here, I've not been able to catch on a red maggot at all. It's all been white maggots. The only thing I've really caught on is white maggots, or I've had the odd fish on expanders, and that's pretty much it. Seems to be a couple of fish there. I can see bit of movement. So I'll give this a little while. Check in again in a bit. Cheers, guys. I've hooked one a little while ago on a short line and it came off. It was foul hooked, broke me. I'll just hook this one now. This is a carp. Hopefully it stays on. Rig flipped off just as I got it in. That's what you caught that in the nick of time. Left me in a bit of a tangle. This seems to be the only place I can sort of get bites at the moment. I think that was in the mouth, but I didn't obviously get a chance to see it because the hook flicked off. Maybe a few fish have moved in. What time we got? There's a few minutes. We've got 2:51, so hour left. There's no movement on them micros I put in down the edge. No movement at all. So that's not looking very promising. So I'll give that one £4. Probably up to about £25. Wouldn't say I got much more than that. But considering how hard that's fished, or it's fishing, then it's not terrible, I suppose. Could be worse. Stuart's just called me, opposite me, lodge mate. He reckons he's only got one fish, so he's thinking about packing up. So that's not good. But this seems to be the only place I can sort of string a few bites together, just on this short line. So I've got a top kit, which is a short kit, a number 3 and a number 4. So top kit and +2. Don't think I'm faring too bad in this section in comparison to what I was doing before in the last couple of days. Fishing an fishing an 18 SLWG to an 013 bottom, 4-inch hook length. Getting a few liners again. Just put this down. every time I ship the pole across to the far bank where I've fed ground bait, they just spook. So I do think this is my best chance of, well, it has been my best chance of getting a few fish. Right, so we're going into the last hour. Checking again soon, guys. This will be my final update of the day. Yeah, it's quarter to 4, so we've got 15 minutes left. Just come short again. I went long. I had an F1. I've come back short again and just had a carp, about £4 probably. So that puts me on, I don't know, £27, £28, I'm going to guess. Something like that. It's funny because just before that one I did fail hook one and it just came off. But yeah, it's been a tough match, but you've had to work for your bites, so it's, you know, it's not been too bad. I'd say out of the 3 days, this is probably my best day with regards to sort of trying things and making things happen. On day 1, I just didn't feel like anything was working at all, like nothing. Day 2, could I have done anything different on day 2? Maybe came a little bit shorter with the maggots because it was really windy. So if I'd have come another joint shorter, I probably could have fed a little bit more accurately. Would that have got me a few more fish? Possibly. Would that have got me a extra place in the section? Maybe, I don't know. Obviously we learn from these mistakes. I feel today I fished an okay match. You know, it's been very, very tough. I've caught what I could catch. I've only had that 1 fish across. I've had obviously 2 or 3 fish bottom of the fast shelf on pellets, nothing in the edge, and then obviously the majority of my fish I've caught are on this 5 metre line, just on maggots. But you know, as I said, you get an arrival, 2 or 3 fish or a fish, and then you can't seem to get another bite, so you can't queue them up at all. It's just a case of just sort of laying the rig in, throwing a bit of bait out, and hoping for an arrival. The fish definitely don't sort of settle on your bait and you can sort of slay them, that's for sure. Definitely have to sort of, as I was saying earlier, you definitely have to rotate your lines, that's for sure. So it's going to be close between me and the guy to my left. I mean, he's made that far end line work really well. Again, he has lost a few fish. Guy to my right, I haven't really seen him play a lot of fish, so I don't know. White maggot was definitely the bait of the weekend, that's for sure. This one. A steam knife. What's that, F1? Yeah. Had a nice bit of rain for the last hour or so, so that's been nice. Get us nice and wet before we have to drive home. And it's about to come down again. Cheers guys, thanks. Hope you've enjoyed it so far.
So this is Ben Cross, Superstar International. That grass in the well, yeah.
24.4.
Well done, mate.
Well done, Ben.
Good, mate. Good boy. I've got your pictures. I didn't have a chance to look at them.
Oh, okay. Alright, that was that. Wynfest 2021. All over. On our way home. Skylark Peg 38 was my home for the day. Fished across, caught one fish. Couldn't catch across at all. Couldn't catch in the margins. I've had two fish at the bottom of the far shelf on pellets. And the rest of my fish I've caught at 5 metres on maggots. Just throwing maggots out of my hand. I've ended up with £34, which I think has put me either second or third in the section. But what I'll do is I'll upload the pictures of the results once we get them, so they'll be tagged on the end of this video. 3 enjoyable days fishing, but they have been very, very difficult. I hope you've enjoyed, obviously, visiting a different venue and getting to grips with something a bit different, which I don't do. I don't fish for F1s. But yeah, I've tried my best. I've done what I could do. Please don't forget to subscribe. As I said, the next 25 subscribers, up until we get to 1,000, each 25, I'll put in a prize draw for some pole floats. So when you do subscribe, if you can pop a little comment in the box saying floats, I'll put you in the prize draw. Once I get to 25 people, I'll then put you in a random draw and you'll win a set of pole floats. And then I'll do the same for the next 25 until I get to 1,000. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.